Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Figure King coming to you with yet another review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a figure that I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite some time. This is one of the figures that I picked up at the Toy Man show that I went to last Sunday. And that is the Alien vs. Predator Temple Guard Predator figure. Now, when I say I wanted to get my hands on one of these figures for a long time, it didn't necessarily have to be this particular figure. It's really just any Predator figure that looked like the original Predator from the original Predator movie. I was a big fan of those movies when I was a kid. Of course, the first Predator came out before I was born. I was probably about 3 or 4 when the second Predator came out, but I love those movies. I always thought the Predator was an awesome villain as well as just an awesome character. When I found out that he fought Batman, it made me want to get it even more because I've been wanting to get my hands on an Alien vs. Predator comic book for quite some time. Haven't ran across any. But that being said and out of the way, let's take a look at the packaging here. As you can see up top, it says ages 17 plus. It has the Temple Guard Predator on the top left-hand side of the box. Has pretty much the same thing down here at the bottom. It says Temple Guard Predator. It's the Alien vs. Predator logo. And it also tells us that this figure has over 30 points of articulation. It includes a sharken, sword, a spear, backpack, a cannon, and also skulls. So this figure comes with a lot of accessories. We get a nice image of the Predator there. And here on the back of the box, we get a nice photo or picture there of the figure. It also includes these. We also have these guys available in the Predator line, and we've got a read up of the Predator race up top. If you guys want, you can go ahead and pause and read that, and it also lets us know what's available with the figure. It says it has removable hand, gauntlet blades. Cannons are compatible with all Alien vs. Predator Predators. And that's pretty much it. It lets us know that it's from a 20th Century Fox movie line. And also lets us know that it's manufactured by NECA. And NECA makes some pretty amazing toys. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break, get this guy out of packaging. I will be back. Alright guys, now here's the Predator out of the packaging. This guy comes with a ton of accessories. He came with so many that I decided not to take all of them out of the plastic. So I'll just show them to you in the plastic. So first of all, let me get it apart here. So first of all, the only weapons I didn't take out is this guy here. I believe that's the shuriken. You guys can correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but I think that's what that is. It's basically this thing that he takes off of his belt. Those little blades come out and he throws it. That's what that is. And he's got some skulls, some small skulls here. He's got a couple of blades there. I already took 4 of the blades out, his gauntlet blades, and his sword goes over in here. And he has 2 sticks, one that's the regular size stick and the other one extends. It doesn't actually extend, that's just it, the way it appears when it's extended. Now, enough of the accessories, let's get back to the figure. Now these, I don't really know where these go, so I just kind of left them hanging. I'm gonna be honest, this thing comes with a ton of accessories, and it took me a while to kind of get his shoulder mount on the rocket blaster. But it's really cool. It's a really cool added touch. Um, Now, I saw the big red Predator figure. I wanted to get that guy because I saw him in the Batman versus Predator short film. I thought it was really cool, but it was like $50, 40 to $50. And I really didn't want to spend that much on one of these figures since I was getting a bunch of other figures. I think I only paid about 18 for this one. So his mask is not removable. His gauntlets are really cool. They actually appear pretty much the way they did in the movie. And the blades, I don't remember having him having this part here with the blades that extended out of that part, but I guess he did. I just didn't pay much attention. He has his belt. He has some more of the shurikens there. Those aren't detachable, but they're a nice added touch. And this figure has some weight to him. He's pretty heavy. His armor is like a separate piece. The shoulder piece is also separate. Yeah, that's a separate piece as well. So all these are separate pieces. He has a shoulder blade there. That's also a separate piece. This detaches. That's the backpack there. Snap that on there. And this is the mount that goes on top of there. His mask is not removable. It would have been really cool if it was. But no, that's not removable. I almost thought it was removable. I know some of them, some of these NECA figures, you can actually take his mask off. It would have been really cool if we were able to do that with this Predator figure, but we cannot. He has a shoulder piece, well, not really a shoulder piece, but he has some skulls going across his shoulder, strapped across his chest. I think that's a separate piece. Yeah, I think that's a separate piece. He has them like thrown over his shoulder. They're made with a soft plastic, and also the blades. The blades, they're not too hard where they would break or snap while you're putting them in. But you do want to be careful with those because if you force them in hard enough and you're careless, they can break. His sword, you actually can house his sword on him. It goes in a little sheath in his leg. So he holds this nicely as well. It's a little loose, but if you get it in there tight enough, he holds it nicely. We'll take that and put it back in there for now. He's got sandals on, which I guess on their planet they all wear sandals. Sandal Nation. Another cool thing is his wrist explosive bomb thing actually opens up. Some pretty cool detail in there. We don't see the screen that we saw on Predator, in the original Predator movie, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking all that crap to him and he started laughing and he dialed in some stuff, and this thing pretty much exploded and it cleared the jungle. Yeah, that's that. All right, so about to get into the articulation. The figures, and the other thing that's articulated, some of his weapons, or one of his weapons, is articulated here as well. So this piece can actually slide out, so you have to be careful. This thing is really nicely detailed. I didn't show you how nicely detailed the pack was when I was actually going over the detail of the figure, but it's really nicely done. We got some dry brush in there. It's just a nice shiny gray paint. Blaster came out really nice. This piece can actually articulate really well. It goes back that much, it goes down, and this can also rotate as well. It's on a small ball joint and it's actually detachable, so you can take it out. But that's a really nice added touch to the figure there. His head, and like I said, the mask doesn't come off, so you don't have to worry about it falling off while you're moving his head around. Oh, and another thing I wanted to point out is his collar is actually a separate piece, so it does move. I don't know if you can actually take it off, but it definitely moves though. His head is on a standard ball joint, and his dreads are actually a really soft plastic. They did a really nice job on those. Head's on a standard ball joint. He can look up that much, down that much, which isn't really that good. His head can rotate all the way around. His shoulders are on ball joints, so his arms can move up that much. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. These things kind of get in the way. He's got the double jointed elbow. He's got the swivel in the forearm. He's got the wrist swivel and the wrist pivot as well. This gauntlet just gets in the way. He's got an ab crunch. He doesn't crunch down that good, but he does have articulation in the ab crunch. He's got waist articulation as well. He can kick out that far, throw his leg back that far, which isn't really that hot. He can hit the splits pretty good, so he has a pretty nice T-crotch, which is actually strange for a Predator figure, but hey, I'll take it. He's got the really nice double jointed knee. He's got the swivel in both the knee and the shin, or the calf, I should say. He's got ankle pivot and ankle swivel. As far as the articulation goes, it does say the figure has 30 points of articulation. That is true. As you can see, you can pose this guy in a lot of different ways. Now, as far as grading this figure, I'm gonna be honest. I like the figure a lot, but there are some things that I don't like about him. For example, I don't like the fact that his mask is not removable. That takes a lot of points off, honestly. And I don't like the way his hands are sculpted. I wish his fingers were individual. They're all molded together on the open hand, or the slightly open hand, I should say, as well as the fist. And I don't like the fact that that fist isn't slightly open, so he can't be holding two weapons at once. The articulation makes up for that slightly, and the amount of weapons that you get with this guy makes up for that slightly. So if I were to grade this figure, and another thing I want to point out is he's very top heavy. He really should have come with the stand, as heavy as his top, the top of the figure is, because if you don't pose it right, he can fall over and you can damage this really nice, pretty expensive piece. But yeah, if I were going to grade this figure, I would have to give him a 8.5. 8.5, leaning somewhat towards 9. We'll say 8.75, and that's a first. I think the alien figure is a little bit nicer. As far as articulation goes, you can see his skull. He has the mouth the double jaw that comes out, and I'm going to be doing a review of that figure. So you guys are going to see all of that. Like I said before, the Predator isn't a bad figure. I'm glad that I have this guy, but I really wish they'd gave us one with a removable mask. That would have just been the icing on the cake, and it would have made up for those webbed hands. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this review. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Remember, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. And subscribe, because you're pretty much slow. You are slow in the head if you have not subscribed to the Figure King yet. That's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful and prosperous day. Good night.